Hi, I'm Greg Hill with Greg Hill & Associates here in Torrance, California. This video is about theft offenses. Theft offenses are difficult cases. There's no question about it. First of all, in the courts, the district attorney and the judge do not look upon these cases kindly. After all, they are crimes of moral turpitude, and in these economic times, they're not looked upon with much sympathy. Second, there's consequences that reach far beyond the case. We call these collateral consequences. We're not just talking about the stigma of being involved in a crime of moral turpitude, but the licensing effects that you may suffer, such as if you have a professional license in real estate or medical field or in the legal field or insurance, your license may become suspended or even revoked. Third, there's the consequences of the actual plea or the sentence. You may have to pay restitution. You may serve some serious time in jail or prison. You may have to do some community service, and you may be on probation for quite a long time. That's why it's important to hire a competent, experienced attorney such as this firm. What do? First of all, we try to meet with the victim if we can. We try to find out where they are in terms of what they want and whether or not they're going to be cooperative. It's important for us to try to talk to them and see if they're amenable to some type of civil compromise where our client agrees to pay back the money or the value of what was stolen or taken. Next, we try to meet with the detective and make sure that they understand all the facts of the case. Sometimes there's key facts that are sometimes not shared because either our client doesn't want to talk to the police, and therefore the only people that the police speak with is the victim. That's important for us to bridge that gap and help. Next, if it's a crime involving a commercial establishment, we immediately go to that establishment and hand them a letter that's called a demand to preserve evidence, where we give them a written letter saying that we want your store security films, and that if you don't produce them, then there may be consequences, and we offer to pay for the copying costs and any shipping. This process leads them to understand that we're concerned about making sure that our client is treated fairly within the system. If it's a crime involving embezzlement or check forgery or even check kiting, we'll hire a forensic accountant to take a look at the paperwork and make sure that the police report is accurate in all regards. If there are witnesses to the case, we may hire a private investigator to speak with them and to document what their understanding of the case facts are. This helps us in negotiating with the district attorney. What are some things that you can do? Well, first of all, I always ask the client to write down everything that happened while their memory is fresh, because facts and details do tend to fade with time. I also ask them, or remind them, not to make their case any worse. Don't go on Facebook or MySpace and start writing so the whole world can see about your case and what happened. Next, we'll appear in court. If you're not free out on bail, we'll argue for lower bail or being released on your own recognizance. We'll get you, if you're being charged with shoplifting, we'll get you into a shoplifting prevention class. There's shoplifting prevention classes such as that are online, and you can do those, and they help us in negotiating the case. We'll meet with the district attorney. We'll try to explain who you are and why you're not such a bad person, that if you're guilty of anything, it's just poor judgment on this case. We'll try to present you in the light most favorable to you. And in that regard, we ask that you give us copies, color copies, of any diplomas, certificates, letters of recommendation, photographs that show you as a good person with a good reputation, so that leniency in resolving the case makes sense. If we can reach some type of civil compromise wherein you pay a store or the victim a certain amount of money, we'll certainly file what's called a motion for civil compromise to have the case dismissed based on the victim being made whole. Sometimes these work, sometimes they don't. We always do our best and try to exhaust every possible alternative to getting your case dismissed. If we can't do that, what we try to do is reach some type of resolution, perhaps a delayed entry of plea or a delayed entry of judgment, where the case ends up being dismissed after you comply with certain terms and conditions. Also, we can try to get the charges reduced. If it's a shoplifting case being filed as a misdemeanor, we try to get it reduced down to an infraction, perhaps even for disturbing the peace, so that it's not a stain on your record for the rest of your life. Thank you for watching this video. I would appreciate it if you give us a call on 310-782-2500 and look at our website at www.greghillassociates.com and look at our case summaries. Look at the facts of those cases, see what we did, and hopefully you'll get a better understanding of what your case could end as. Thank you.